Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to yet another Incursio the Gamer Dungeons & Dragons quick build video. Today we have Jia Xichun, but two things. First, one, I'm so sorry about mic quality. I forgot to bring my mic to college. I'm in the dorms right now, and I'll bring it the next time I go home, but for now we're doing with what we have. I'm so sorry again. Two, if you have not played Canto 8, and you plan on playing it, don't watch this yet. If you already have or do not plan on playing Limbus Company, feel free to watch this video. Now, let's talk about Jia Xichun. She is a female hierarch of Hongyuan, younger sister of Honglu, also known as Jia Baoyu, and the granddaughter of Jiamu, the venerable Jiamu, the original hierarch of Hongyuan. Now, of course, she did lead a small faction. I believe it was like the Wu Heisho, but most of them died. Additionally, she commands Wei, who was originally a Heisho, but now is a personal attendant. I really like Jia Xichun. On all our souls, we would all crack Jia Xichun if she was real. But anyways, let's talk about her ally unit, which is what I'm covering today. Bad health, bad defenses, all right speed. She has a good skill 1, 2, and 3. She has, the mirror idea of Ishmael, but I'm talking about the ally unit here. She does some bleed, rupture, and poise, a little bit of attack level up, a little bit of defense level up, and defense level down. She doesn't really buff any of the allies that we bring into the encounter, unfortunately. It is what it is, though. Now, of course, I like this unit. As an ally unit, though, she's kind of ass. Let's talk about the D&D build. Jia Xichun, female, variant human, monk 6, level 6. Me personally, if she was level 9, she'd be a lot better. I would put 3 levels into Battle Master Fighter. But right now we're doing 6, Way of the Open Hand, Monk. Let's talk about stats. Wisdom going to be the highest for, of course, those stunning strikes. Strength and Dex next highest. Constitution, Intelligence, Charisma. We're building those up. Remember, she's in the next intervallo. She'll be building up on her charisma and I believe her intelligence, as she's going to be the next, hierarch of Hongyuan. She's going to need this. 45 walking speed, 39 health, 17 AC, 3 initiative. Strength and Dex are going to be proficient saving throws, of course. 14, 8, 17 for passive senses, respectively. Here are your proficiencies. Let's talk skills. Acrobatics, athletics, insight, and survival are all Jia Xichun things. Religion comes from Acleote. You could consider this maybe, believing in the elders of H-Core. But, that's a stretch at the end of the day. So let's talk about our actions. Unarmed strike, unarmed fighting style. That adds extra for the damage dice. You're going to want that, of course, every time. You have dash, disengage, dodge, grapple, shove, of course. You have wholeness of body, which is great as a monk. In addition, the armed version, I don't see her wielding a fan. I don't think a fan is a real weapon in D&D unless you homebrew it. So this is what we're doing. Bonus action, flurry of blows. We love that. Patient defense, step of the wind, and unarmed strikes in general. All good stuff. I really, really love monks. Just honestly, you can make so many attack actions. I love them. Reactions. Deflect missiles is great, and deflect missiles attack as well as slow fall. Without walking speed, you're going to be fine in pretty much every encounter as a monk. And when you're level 9, you'll also be just really powerful. Now, for the others, Crusher is going to be one of your feats, and open hand technique. Naturally, the unarmed fighting style is another feat, but we'll talk about that later. Key points, you have 6. You'll have Stunning Strike, which is really nice. So I just, you're going to be using that a lot. Limited use, wholeness of body, key points, you've seen it all. Let's talk spells. Now, she was a leader of the Heisho pack, I believe of the Wu branch. So she's going to have the first level spell, Bless. She blesses, maybe, buffs up some of her allies. She does also have a bolus on her. So she can self-buff if she needs. It is the Jin Gang Bolus, which I decided to put as guidance and resistance. Defense level up, pretty much, is what it does to her. She's going to be, touching the willing creature, which is going to be herself, to subtract some damage and add to any skill check with a chosen skill. That's going to be just her. The bless is for, of course, her Heisho. Let's talk inventory. She has some darts. She's not really going to use them. She has a holy symbol, some parchment, calligrapher's supplies, as she is, as Chinese as it gets. So yeah, here we are. Robes, as she does wear, a book, maybe. And of course, she's going to be rich. She is absolutely rich, as she comes from H-Core, one of the big families. Now, features and traits. Let's talk about the monk. Acrobatics, insight, calligrapher supplies. Unarmed defense is really nice, of course. Martial arts, yeah, you get that. And key, right? Way of the Open Hand is probably one of the best. Unless you take, I believe, like the 4 elements one, then you can use the fan as a weapon. But until then, deflect missiles, open hand technique, feat, fighting innate. You're going to want to take, of course, I mean, why not unarmed fighting? It just adds so much more. You also have extra attack, stunning strike, wholeness of the body, etc., etc., etc. That's your class. For species, variant human, you're going to take Crusher for your feat, which is really nice. Skills, survival, and primordial as your language. Maybe she chats, with the elders of H-Core. Not as often as, Jia Baoyu or Hong Lu does, because he has the Jade Eye. But until then, yeah, she did talk with them as she was going to get assimilated with like that Grand Elder worm. But anyways, moving on from that. Feats. Fighting innate, you're going to take unarmed fighting, of course. Crusher from Variant Human. Magic innate Cleric Acleote, as she's dedicated her entire life to this one cause. The 2 cantrips, 1 spell. You've seen them. Guidance, Resistance, Bless. For backgrounds, of course, wisdom score increase. Neutral good I see her as, of course, and female with pink eyes, medium size, about 5'2"-ish. I tried to guesstimate her height as well as her weight, maybe 118. She's very light, but packs a punch. Age 20 around. That's, I think, where she is in the main story. Fair skin, black hair, and she loves her big bro Hong Lu. She definitely used to love him quite a bit, but yeah, nowadays, or before the entire family hierarch event, she hated him a lot, but still wanted him to be big bro. Now I'm pretty sure she likes him a lot more because he actually speaks his truth. He speaks that Hong Ren, what it needs is kindness, and she respects him for that. I'm sure of it, and we all respect Hong Lu for that. We love Hong Lu. Now, add whatever you want to personality traits, notes, and extras. You guys do as you will. And ladies and gentlemen, this video was a lot shorter than all the other ones. I'd like to apologize for that. But then again, I mean, I'm sure you guys don't want to sit here all day watching a, single video when it could be so much shorter. Some of the videos are going to be like this from now on, shorter. Some of them are going to be longer because they're boss builds. But anyways, I hope you all enjoyed Jia Xichun. We are all cracking her on all of our souls. Yeah. But that seems to be pretty much it for this video. I don't know who I'm going to build next. Maybe Jamu, Venerable Jamu. Maybe Knight of Despair. I have a lot of time right now, but remember, mic quality is kind of trash. Leave comments below on what you want to see, right? And I'd like to apologize to Tree Rock Gaming. I'm only about a third of the way through the Monopoly video, and I do not have my editing software here in college. So that's just not getting done soon. We're not playing Minecraft either because, yeah, I don't have, an actual setup. So, yeah, here we are. Classes are going to start tomorrow. I hope you all have a wonderful one and enjoyed watching this video. Goodbye and good night.